Yeah, I think we were very clinical in that first, 15, 20 minutes, to be up 3-0. I thought we played some good stuff. I thought some of the goals were really good. Trent Bahaja's goal was a great finish, but the ball was exceptional from Ryan Grant, and it's good to see Beaumont as well. That was his first hit out, Beaumont, so that's the reason why he's only played 60 minutes. So, yeah, I'm happy with the performance. I think we can be better, of course, especially in the second half. I thought they played well. They were energetic. They played some good football. So it was a good test for us tonight. Last hit out before we leave and for the Champions League.
And I mean, I'm sure some of these other guys will ask you about the ACL coming up. So I mean, you've just had a front row seat at the next generation of Australian talent, the under-23s, the Olyroos.
Yep.
What were your impressions? What do you think?
Good. Yeah, they're all good players. You can see Yanni's got them playing well, even though they've only been in camp a couple of days, 2-3 days maybe. So, yeah, there's a lot of talent still out there, and I'm sure these boys are all trying to get into the Olympic team, and there's probably more trying to push to try and get in there as well. So there's a lot of talent on show tonight.
Have that, but I mean, how do you feel about the competition in general? Because I'm sure you're aware today of the Malaysian side. They're not allowed to actually leave their country. Their government's come out and said that. There's still some doubts over the Chinese teams and whether they can make it. I mean, you don't really have any idea what you're flying into at the moment, do you? Not
really. I think, as far as I'm aware, I think the Chinese will be there. Obviously, the Malaysian team is not coming because of the government. So, yeah, we weren't sure whether we were going or we were staying, but obviously we got the clearance now. So, the boys have known that we will be going. It's just about preparing, just mentally make sure they're ready for it. It is a good competition, let's face it. It's a good preparation for our A-League season, providing it goes well. So there are 4 very good games that we've got to play over there. Very good teams, good quality opposition. We can only improve playing these kind of teams. So, obviously we're looking forward to that. We're playing in 2 World Cup stadiums, air conditioning, of course, so something to look forward to.
Yeah. And how's Ryan McGowan getting on? I think has he been training with Hearts or another club?
Yeah, he's in Hearts. Yeah, we've got a few problems with him. So he's come down with COVID. So he's yeah. So it's not great. So he won't be joining us for the first when we first get there. He needs to stay 10 days before he comes over. He's already done a few days already, so I'm hoping he'll be there before the 20th. So not good news for him. Obviously, he's been training over there, just getting himself fit. But yeah, we've come down with some bad news in the last couple of days with him.
Have you spoken to him?
I have, yeah. Yeah, he's actually got no symptoms. He feels good, but he's obviously needs to quarantine now another 10 days, and then have another test before he comes. And then, if he gets all clear, he'll come and meet us. Otherwise, we'll have to work out something else for him.
Sorry, mate, Steve, when you said you have to work out something else for him, what do you mean?
Well, if he can't get there by the 20th, he might have to come straight back to Australia. So he has to be there at least 2 weeks in the country before he comes back to Australia. So, if he does pass the first test on the 18th, I think his next test is, well, he'll come to Qatar and meet the team. So if he doesn't, well, then he could be heading back to Australia earlier.
Is this on tonight's game again, mate? When you go up 3-0 early against a team like, young guys who just got together and, you guys obviously got this trip in your mind, how hard is it to maintain what you were doing and not to back off a bit?
Yeah, I think it showed a little bit in the second half. We weren't at our best, I don't think, in the second half. I thought they were good. They pressed us, put us under pressure a lot, and we gave away a lot of ball. But yeah, it's hard to maintain that. In the back of their minds, they're leaving on Saturday. They don't want to get injured. Obviously we've got some important games coming up, A-League after that as well. We could be away 3 weeks, could be longer, depends how well we go. Then we have to come back and quarantine for 2 weeks. The good thing is we'll be able to train, which is great, and you know, leading into the A-League season. So we want to go into that, obviously, you know, full of confidence, and this trip can do that.
And mate, how do the boys feel about, and you feel about the possibility of having to spend Christmas and whatever in a hotel?
Yeah, obviously very tough. It's not easy, you know. Obviously we get knocked out of the group. We'll be home before Christmas, but you know, we want to do well in the competition as well. So we're going to do our best every game and see what happens. Really, 'cause we're coming up against some tough opposition, so you never know what can happen. But yeah, it would be very tough if we miss Christmas. Obviously, a lot of the boys have got young families, young babies as well. So yeah, so it'll be difficult, but it's something we have to do at the moment.